My opening joke is you made me go first twice in a row, which means
loser.
Yeah. See, this is what I get for trusting people. I took your word for it, and then turns out after my massive editing goon sesh and getting caught up, turns out I shouldn't have listened to you.
So are you blaming me or you?
It's both of us. The garbage is for both of us. The garbage is for both of us. Smooling Franz is dead. Very sad.
Sounds to me like I really just helped you step out of your comfort zone and go first. I'm here to help you grow.
Motherfucker, you are 90%, I can't math. You are like 10 times more reclusive than I am. I do more public speaking every day than you do.
Does yelling at your supervisor count? Because I do that a lot.
No, that doesn't count.
Like
That's not public speaking.
That's public speaking. I'm in a public setting, being loud.
Actually, it's not a public setting because you're on private property.
In front of a group of people.
I literally talk for a living.
You would anyway.
That's true. Go first, piss baby.
Fine.
You return briefly from you're doing the.
We don't talk about my return.
You do no. You're doing the go to work, come home for lunch, eat the box, go back to work. This is what you're doing right now.
Oh, I eat box.
Bento box.
Yeah. Why? What were you thinking?
No, you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I have an actual bento box now. I have a little bento box Tupperware.
I keep getting ads for the One Piece crossover at Popeye's Chicken, and that doesn't make any fucking sense. Since when did Yuffie, or whatever the fuck his name is,
Luffy,
whatever,
the monkey.
I think it's Yuffie in a Final Fantasy game. So
well,
Luffy went to Louisiana when?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, he likes food. He's a bit of a fat ass. So that's something, I guess.
So it's just a crossover because he would eat Popeye's chicken?
Yeah, probably.
Dumb. Gay.
It's been very funny because there's a One Piece Lego set coming out, and every single joke about it has been, you might want to recount. That looks like more than One Piece. That's all my Reddit feed has been full of, from every type of subreddit you can imagine. So
my goodness.
It's kind of killing me right now.
I can't
It's a
believe
cool looking
I've missed
set.
this.
It looks like a pretty cool set. It's like a diorama, but like with the ocean and like a big whale or whatever. But
The question is, are those Lego kits going to be full of pasta or not? Oh, you haven't seen this? It's in the news. Like this week, a guy got arrested for stealing $30,000 worth of Lego because he worked at the factory and he replaced minifigs with pieces of pasta.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's the type that... Yeah.
Yep.
Based. Dude, you get... Minifigs are so fucking expensive.
I know.
So if you steal one part of like a 5-part minifig every day, once a week you get to sell a minifig. That's like $3 extra.
You did that math so quickly because I know you've calculated how much time you take a shit at work. I just know it. I know that's how you did that math that quickly.
I don't know what you're talking about. What have you been doing? You told me you were going to do one thing, and then it turns out you weren't doing the thing, I think.
I don't think so.
Oh, are you doing the thing?
I think I'm doing the thing.
Damn.
I don't know what thing you're thinking.
Never mind. Continue.
Resident Evil Requiem
Oh, boy.
is the 9th title in the mainline series of the Resident Evil series. Yeah, that's the series. It was developed and published by Capcom and released on February 27th of this very year, 2026. The story starts out following a new character, Grace Ashcroft. She is Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter. Alyssa is a character in Resident Evil Outbreak, which I have not played. It looks kind of weird. It looks like a multiplayer game. I had no idea it existed. Grace works for the FBI and is told to go investigate weird happenings at an abandoned hotel, conveniently the same one her mom died in several years ago in front of Grace. So, trauma.
Alan Wake 2 shaped?
No.
Damn, it sounds like Alan Wake 2.
She goes alone with only 7 bullets in her service weapon because horror game logic.
Well, I mean, if she has like a dual stack, like 45 ACP, then... No, that'd be a single stack. I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Okay. There's no way this tiny, teenage, almost looking woman is carrying a 45.
Probably not.
The main villain is there and kidnaps her back to his place. Meanwhile, Leon Kennedy is down the street investigating similar weird happenings when he sees the bad guy carrying Grace. Leon follows him because bad guy looking guy carry woman. That's unallowed around Leon. It should be him.
It's true. Leon is the one who typically does carry the teenage girls around.
No! You gotta be careful.
It's true!
Fucking, what's her face? Wong is not teenage.
Whatever the fuck. The president's daughter from 4 was like very ambiguous.
She was a teenager, yes.
Yeah, then the remake, they're like, we're gonna make her look 22 because we're just gonna not do that. Something like that.
But also he flirts with Ada Wong, like all the time. Well, and she's not a teenager.
Well, of course.
So he has
diversified portfolio.
Yes, sure. Meanwhile, Leon follows him, and we end up in Bad Guy's house. Bad Guy's name is Victor, and he wears the Sam Fisher glasses from Splinter Cell. Grace attempts to escape, encountering a giant gross monster that stays out of the light. Eventually, Leon shows up to chase it away, but they get separated. This is a running theme in this game, reminiscent of Resident Evil 4, when he rescues the president's daughter, only to get separated 30 seconds later. Multiple times. Grace starts working her way through the puzzle house like almost any other Resident Evil game. She finds an interesting tool that sucks up infected blood and can somehow produce health items or ammo with it.
How convenient.
It's just a little thing. Grace is small and frail, so her gameplay is focused on sneaking around and trying to avoid combat, while Leon's gameplay is very action-heavy with lots of shooting and hacking with his axe. It was a meme for about 5 minutes, because when they get separated the first time, Leon says, "Here, take this," and it's his big fucking hand cannon, not a regular pistol. So he gives this tiny little woman, like, the Dirty Harry gun, basically. With one bullet.
Well, of course.
Before escaping the house, Grace saves a little girl, seemingly an experiment. There was a fun section as they are running away where we control Leon, and he snipes bad guys from a rooftop to keep Grace and the little girl safe from, like, zombies or whatever. It was a nice little, like, sniper nest looking down into the atrium that they're in, trying to get to safety. This was quickly followed up with a very boring section playing as Grace when she was a little girl, where we have to hide under tables and chairs and wait for bad guys to walk by. The second arc of the game is spent in post-nuked Raccoon City, where Leon walks around the RCPD, Raccoon City Police Department, asking the player, remember this? Remember this? Remember this? There was a fun part chasing Victor on a motorcycle out of Raccoon City while he shoots a rocket launcher repeatedly at Leon. After Raccoon City, the third and final part of the game is spent... Can you guess?
Under Raccoon City.
Close! I have here that you guessed it, but you didn't guess it.
Oh.
In an Umbrella Super Secret Underground Lab.
Oh, okay.
Like any other game.
Yeah. Super Secret Lab under the Super Secret Lab.
Yes.
Underneath Saddam Hussein's hiding spot.
That way you know it didn't get nuked. By America or Israel, doesn't matter.
True.
Visuals. This game looks amazing. The Resident Evil engine, sorry, it's not that. The RE engine, I don't think it's the Resident Evil engine, is beautiful, and it keeps getting better with each entry. Hair moves and looks better than pretty much any other game I've played, ever. It looks really good. Clothes move and react well. The monsters look gooey and gross. The lighting is really impressive, and I've seen screenshots of it looking even better on PS5 Pro or like PC Ultra settings. I played on regular PS5, and it just looks incredible. Sound design.
Gun go crunch.
I really don't think there's anything new I can say that I haven't said before with this series. The environments sound exactly how they should. You can hear the big monster tromping through the hallway, getting closer to you. Something new, the zombies mutter weird words and phrases, and there are many, many different lines. It isn't the same couple grunts on repeat. Like, each zombie, it seems, has its own unique lines, plural. So that was pretty cool. There was a minute where the game got some grief online because Grace stutters just about every line. And while it did feel a little overdone by the end of the game, I thought that the voice acting overall was really good. The actor that plays her, Angela Santalbano is my guess at how you say her name. There's an apostrophe in there somewhere. Genuinely sounds scared, besides the stuttering. Leon plays his part well as an old, grizzled action hero that's getting too old for this. And yes, he still says his grown-worthy one-liners that the internet praised. It's like dad jokes on steroids. Weapons all sound distinct. Leon's big gun, Requiem, roll credits, is especially loud because it's actually a hand cannon. Moving on to gameplay. There's 2 different save methods that you can choose when you're starting a new game. You can save with the typewriter and ribbon, just like Resident Evil 1, or just without ribbon anytime you see the typewriter, like, you know, Resident Evil 7 or 8 or whatever. The zombies you kill, if you kill them with gun, like normal, as you're running around doing the puzzles and whatever, there's a chance that they'll come back as blister heads, which are like, I think Resident Evil 2 remake did it, where they come back like enraged and stronger and whatever. There's a special shot, like a medical shot, that you can make and kill zombies with that way, and that makes it so that they won't come back as blister heads. So like for speed running or whatever, like if you know this is your route, you want to use shots there so it doesn't impede you later. But those favor stealthy backstabs, or if you get grabbed, you can just do the right trigger and shoot it then. But I think that kind of damages you a little bit, so I don't know. I'm not good at stealth. Backstabs are hard. Both Grace and Leon can be played in first or third person. And that was like all over the news when this game was coming out. And if you don't mess with the settings, Grace's sections are done in first person because it's scarier. And I can attest to that. And Leon's sections are done in third person because he's more action oriented and you can see a lot more of what's happening in the room.
You gotta see him do the roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
Hip go crunch.
Leon's gameplay sections have a points counter that can be redeemed at a special toolbox for items and upgrades. I thought this was kind of funny. It's a lot like Resident Evil 6, which is notoriously hated because it was just an action game. Dumb action game. Leon can parry literally everything in the game. I wouldn't know. I couldn't learn the timing for the parry at all. But apparently you can even like parry rockets and shit. So
all right. I believe it.
In closing, this game sold a lot of copies very quickly. It was something like 5 million copies in 5 days, and Resident Evil 7 took a year and a half-ish to sell that many. This game sold like crazy. This is a good game, but I don't think it really lives up to the hype. I played it blind. I didn't see anything besides trusted reviewers saying, game good, before I got it. So I was really kind of annoyed playing it and seeing the pieces of every single numbered Resident Evil game all stirred up into this one. I groaned when we found the Raccoon City Police Department, and groaned even louder when Mr. X popped out for a quick boss fight for like 5 minutes. It's like, we already killed this guy a couple times. Victor is directly tied to the story of Resident Evil 3 in reasons. The points system from Resident Evil 6, like I talked about. There's a guy that talks and behaves exactly like Wesker from Resident Evil 5, but it isn't him, and I didn't really follow what his deal is and how it's not Wesker, but it is if just the game says it isn't. I don't know. There's a boss battle near the end of the game that was supposed to be a big deal, but I don't really know why. So after 8 hours of, remember this time I was like, nope. It felt like the game put a lot of effort into nostalgia and making a good-looking game, but didn't really do anything new for overall Resident Evil story or gameplay. My exception to this, I learned or had figured out for me after I wrote this review, is it's really impressive that they basically made 2 games and smooshed it into one, like really, really well. So like Grace being all stealth and Leon being all action, it's very, very different styles of gameplay, and they both work really well. It's not like, Leon's action side is so much better than Grace's. They're even in quality. So
Resident Evil greatest hits.
Yeah. I can remember 3 sections of the game where I was pretty well scared, and I like that, but I think those sections will definitely lose their effect when replayed. I can't say that about some scary sections in 7 and 8. I've replayed those several times, and they're still scary. I walk into that one building in Resident Evil 8 like, all right, I know the thing is here. I know, it's there. I knew it was coming too, damn it. I did enjoy my time with this game, and it certainly isn't a bad game, but this new trilogy, 7, 8, 9, it's my least favorite and will definitely be my least replayed.
That makes sense. It also just seems really disconnected. Like, it's from what I can tell, bird's eye view with what I know. I haven't played 8, and I've just been following, like, the general plotting stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a trilogy. It's just 7 and 8 are one thing, and there's a DLC for 8 that kind of wraps up the story, and then it's like, yep, and then greatest hits.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. Who knows what the fuck they're cooking? Curiouser and curiouser. You know what did not make me curious at all?
Ooh, we're going straight to the movie.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie, was worse than the first one. So we follow Mike, the only person with a sane brain in this fucking series, who's an original character of the films, turns out, because this movie kind of canonizes that. It tries to be FNAF 2, because FNAF 2, it turns out, is actually a prequel to the first game. It takes place at the original location, whereas the original Five Nights at Freddy's takes place at, like, one of the franchise locations. There's some tangential links of, like, attempting to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but not actually being Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And then there's a metric fuckton of weird shit. Scott Cawthon, stop it. Stop it now. Frankly, sir, you haven't written a good story in 10 years. Please stop. I love that this series is dog shit. Like, as the resident Five Nights at Freddy's, I know the bullshit from the books and crap. Most of it's dog shit, and I don't like it, but I like that I don't like it, but I like it. It's weird. It's dog shit. I didn't expect these to be good, but this movie is, like, up so far up its own fucking ass about being referential to shit that doesn't make sense in either the games or the previous movie.
Or to a stranger that hasn't seen anything from the series.
Nothing. Yeah. It's full of fan service. Obviously, I expect it. The FNAF games are full of fan service. I expect that sort of stuff. But holy shit, there's literally an Avengers Portals moment. They literally do the, like, hey, look, there, fuck you.
Wow.
I have some positives, but not much.
Apparently, this was Blumhouse's most expensive movie up to this point.
I can see it.
And the estimated budget was $51 million.
That tracks.
Apparently, they grossed $238.5 million.
Yeah, it made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money.
That's what Blumhouse does. They make movies for real cheap. They make big profit. This movie as with the first one, it wasn't scary. It wasn't well-paced. Occasionally, it was shot okay. There was a couple of sequences that this shot looked good, this shot looked bad. This shot looked good. Like, there was a lot of, like, this one room, they spent a lot of time, like, crafting to be able to be shot from different angles, and then other times it's like, yep, they reshot the same hallway 5 times to be different hallways. Like, same shit the first movie had. The animatronics look about as good as they did the first time around.
I think they look better.
I like that they ditched the fucking red eyes.
Yeah.
That was annoying. That was one of my biggest concerns, or biggest annoyances. Just really dumb.
No, I thought they looked better this time.
Like
they looked more real most of the time.
I guess.
Not like a CG abomination.
I guess. I don't know. It's weird because it's still the Jim Henson Company doing it, but they're the toy versions of them, so they're plastic.
Yeah.
Like, until we get the late Avengers Endgame Portals moment where the old ones come back, even though they're not actually the old ones from the first movie.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. God, that child is like 16 pretending to be 9. Holy shit.
There's a new villain in this movie.
No.
And my note says they literally added Slender Man to the FNAF lineup. God, that's all this thing is. We start out with the kids saying, "Fuck you, Dad. I want to see the puppets that tried to kill me 5 minutes ago." Literal 11-year-old easily walks into the boarded up, locked up murder house 3 different times.
Yeah.
Just strolls right in.
There's so much of like there's some of it is like lay movie logic. I just kind of expect to be kind of stupid because it's a movie or whatever. Right. But holy fuck.
It felt like they did not care. They were just like, make story.
This movie has a co-writer too. It has an actual script writer. It's not just the FNAF guy writing it. So the fact that it's worse is weird on like a writing level.
I think the first kill of the movie with a whole bunch of like tiny marionettes underwater. I thought that was kind of funny.
There was a couple of the kills were fine. The thing that was really distracting for me is the mechanics change, but like the puppet possesses people and things because of puppet lore is complicated. Don't ask me; it's hard to explain. Like in the games. But, like, so the puppet is a physical puppet, and there's a spirit in the puppet. That's a girl. Her name's Charlotte. Whatever. That's a lore thing. Whatever. That sequence in the abstract, like, that idea of a plot was okay. That is original to this movie of, like, how that scenario happened. That was okay. It was fine. When people are possessed, every single time it looks different. Every single... Like, so we have the puppet doll being possessed, like, the big one. And then we have... when McKenna Grace, the biggest pull of the movie, gets fucking possessed. And that looks weird. And she does, like, spider movements and crawls on the ceiling and shit. And that looked horrendous, but at least it was creepy, I guess. And then when, spoilers, Vanessa gets possessed, she just looks like shit.
Yep.
Like, there's no consistency even in what it's trying to go for. I fucking hated it. And then they had to do, because there's been speculation for the longest time that Mike, the character, like, the POV character played by... fucking what's his name? The guy, the guy, the him, the guy.
Yeah, the guy.
The guy. Mike is the name of multiple of the characters in the game. And there's also the name of one of Afton's kids. So there was heavy speculation on how that was going to pan out because then they named the new quote unquote new character in like for the movie Mike, and then it's like, oh, is it going to be a thing? No, there's just another Mike. They just pull out. Oh yeah, there's another kid. I think the only part that had any like consistent level of quality to it was Matthew Lillard doing the creepy flashback stuff was fun. Like it still was really inconsistent and weird, and they're trying to do so much with it that doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah. But it's the only time I'm like, damn, he's having fun at least. Yeah. He knows what he's doing, and like there was vaguely attempted to actually be creepy. Like, oh my gosh, the guy who played Michael Afton was so fucking bad. He also sounds like a YouTuber I know, which is really weird. I tried to find that connection. It's not the same guy. Just for some reason, he sounds exactly like a YouTuber I follow. Really weird.
Movie bad.
Like
I liked it better than the first one, to be honest. I really hated the first one.
I don't like that.
It's been a while, but just knee-jerk reaction. I was like, I think that was better, just because there were like better sprinkles. Like you were saying, like good shots. Like I like the puppets better. Like maybe I'm really reaching.
Yeah, no, I gave it a 1.5. Like it is. I think they're about the same neck and neck in overall. It's just some of the specifics are different.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, when they brought the fun, there was a funny bit in the movie that was trying to be fan service and funny when they brought the lawyer back. That was a funny little bit because they're like the nothing character from the first movie just pops up for 30 seconds. Yeah, the guy, the on legal bullshit from the first movie, that lawyer pops up for 30 seconds in the movie and is like, oh, okay. You need a good lawyer. It is the absolute, like, the 10-year-olds went crazy for this shit, and I chuckled a little. Wow. But, like...
Very bad.
I genuinely I hate ragging on child acting, but genuinely, like, this is supposed to be a year after the first movie, but everything in the script is telling me it's been a month, but it's been a year. That kid is not 11 anymore, however the fuck, holy shit. Like, it just... It's not her fault. Holy shit. Find a solution to this problem, though. She looks and kind of acts like she's 15, but then her dialogue is like, oh, she's 5.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The teacher at school was killing me. Weird kid goes to school, gets bullied by teacher, is so dead. Yeah. It was so it made me so angry. Not like Minecraft angry, though, because I expected it to be bad because the first movie was also bad. But, like...
It's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's impressive how it made so much money. More than the first one did.
Yeah.
By a wide margin. Like, what the...
Especially because it didn't get good press.
No, it didn't. It got pretty bad press. And the random plots they put together. There's a festival... Fuck! There's a Scream reunion in here, too, for the people that care. Because Matthew Lillard is one.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care.
So
that was one of the only other scenes. I was like, oh, this is an actual actor acting. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
whatever.
Vanessa's hot. That's the only fucking thing I got.
Moving on.
Yeah, holy shit. Who gave that woman a gun? Holy mental illness. Gosh, it's so fucking bad. Well, to counterbalance the bad, we do have some good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it's mostly good. From TheVerge.com, we somehow have less news than usual, but it's been longer. So this is kind of covering the past 2 months-ish. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, I'm so racist, has had a busy week. Sharma held an internal town hall with Xbox employees just days after announcing an Xbox Game Pass price cut, commenting on the status of the Xbox mobile store, teasing a mysterious Xbox and Discord partnership. One of the items on the agenda for the employee all hands was scrapping Microsoft Gaming. Sources familiar with the meeting tell me that Sharma announced that Microsoft is returning to using Xbox for its gaming division instead of Microsoft Gaming. Xbox needs to be our identity, said Sharma, noting that Microsoft Gaming was a departure from that. Microsoft originally switched to Microsoft Gaming at the same time it announced its plans to acquire Activision Blizzard in 2022. Phil Spencer was promoted to Microsoft Gaming CEO at the time in an effort to further position Microsoft's gaming efforts across Xbox, PC, mobile, and the cloud. Sharma's decision to return to the Xbox division is part of her promise of a return of Xbox, which increasingly looks like a way to put Xbox fans first and correct some previous strategic mistakes. Last week, at time of recording, Sharma reversed a decision to add future Call of Duty titles to Xbox Game Pass. Microsoft has now plastered the Return of Xbox slogan on the walls of its Xbox offices, along with great games and future of play. This is the same message as Sharma's initial memo to Xbox employees in February, and marks her early work to make a mark with big decisions on Game Pass and the Xbox platform. A new Xbox logo has started appearing on Microsoft's campus last week ahead of the Xbox showcase in June. It's a lot less flat than the current logo with glass effects. I understand Microsoft has also been using this new logo with some of its internal Project Helix materials, which is its new console ? Whatever.
Yeah.
I included a picture of the logo because it's better.
It looked good.
It looked like 2001. Let's fucking go.
I was going to say, it looks 360-ish.
It's so nostalgia button, but I don't care. The minimalist logo was fucking gay, and I hated it for 10 years. After Xbox CEO Asha Sharma admitted last week that Game Pass has become too expensive for players, Microsoft is dropping the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Starting last week, roughly. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate drops from $29.99 to $22.99 a month, and PC Game Pass moves to $13.99, down from $16.49 a month. The price drops are being fueled in part by future Call of Duty titles no longer joining Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass at launch. New Call of Duty games will be added to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass during the following holiday season, so about a year and some change later, while existing Call of Duty titles already in the library will continue to be available, says Microsoft.
I really like this.
Yeah.
I like, right out the gate, she's doing great.
It's yeah. So it was a weird reception because her entire portfolio is AI nonsense, so that was a big flag. Of course, Xbox retards were all, she's a woman and she's Indian, so, that happened. This is going really well. I don't think this is really all due to her. I think this is probably half of this was already planned. The CEO doesn't control as much as we think they do. So
I'm certainly not buying Microsoft stock, but right out the gate, this is good. Yeah, so hopefully it goes better.
Yeah, she started in February, and it's been the past 2 weeks of kind of continuous, every day there's something new. Yeah. But they're also kind of edging we're not just gonna drop all of our shit, right? We have more coming.
She's been in the media a lot talking about getting exclusives back on Xbox.
More shit came out today, while I was putting this together. They're still yammering about it. So, yeah,
good.
I'm curious to see how it pans out. Yeah, the new logo's good, and I do think that to an extent, giving up a little bit on game exclusives isn't the worst thing in the world, because I do think we need to. I say as an Xbox head, I think think they need to pull in a bigger crowd. I think Xbox has gotten a little too small on that front. So like I do, despite wanting my Mountain Dew flavored Halo bullshit, everything on Xbox Green, whatever retard maxing I'm doing, I do think they like some of those exclusives definitely need to go out to other publishers. But I think there's probably some way to pull that off that isn't just either open the floodgates, everything is available on everything, or like locking everything into an Xbox. De-emphasizing the cloud and stuff is also good because cloud is gay.
Yep.
And yeah, dropping prices is never a bad thing.
Do you want to read the next one because it expands on something you already talked about?
Yes, this is an interesting one. Also from Kotaku, Microsoft teased a new partnership with Discord.
That guy must have such a big dick. His truck is so loud. Ugh!
I really hope the microphone picked up on that. Microsoft teased a new partnership with Discord last week that led some players to wonder if the popular chat platform's paid Nitro subscriptions would start getting bundled with Game Pass. It turns out the opposite is happening. According to the latest leaks, a new tier of the Xbox service called Game Pass Starter Edition is coming to Discord users in the near future. Images of the newest version of Game Pass were discovered and shared by Discord Previews, I think it's a Twitter account, to point to some of the benefits of Xbox's Netflix-like library becoming part of Discord's existing $10 a month Nitro subscription. Game Pass Starter Edition will reportedly give Discord users access to over 50 games, including Stardew Valley and Fallout 4, as well as up to 10 hours of cloud streaming a month. Kind of weird. I don't know if I would do this, but for the same price point as getting Game Pass Essential, like the base one, what used to be like Xbox Live Gold, having a slightly smaller library just included with your Nitro membership makes sense. I don't use Discord pretty much ever. I'm in like 2 servers and none of them are gaming related. I just use it to yammer and like the random times we'll hop in a lobby together. Like I'll use it. But it's a really big ecosystem used for a lot of stuff. So partnership makes sense. It also sounds like they might have more stuff like this coming in the future with other companies and other stuff. Spreading the Xbox seed everywhere makes sense. Yeah. It's weird now that there's a fifth version. There's 2 PC ones and now there's 3 for console. 5 versions of Game Pass is a lot. That's kind of dumb, but basically just throwing in free benefits with Nitro is probably a good move.
Yeah, sure. Exclusive from HollywoodReporter.com, Christopher McQuarrie, Michael B. Jordan will tackle an adaptation of a Battlefield video game. And if the title wasn't enticing enough, like I already said, because this article written bad...
It was written horribly.
Christopher McQuarrie, who has spent the last dozen years guiding field operations for Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible movies, and Michael B. Jordan, who last month won an Oscar for his performance in Sinners. Wouldn't it be performances in Sinners?
I would have probably written it that way, yeah.
Okay, all right. McQuarrie is attached to write, direct, and produce a feature adaptation of Battlefield, the military video game from EA, while Jordan is attached to produce and possibly star, depending on several factors.
There's a massive bidding war going on about this. It was really hard to get like coherent sentences that make sense to say on air.
Yeah.
But effectively, they just decided to do this with EA, and now there's a bidding war with like all of the studios, and they might not approach Netflix because it's streaming only, stuff like that. This has more promise than the fucking Call of Duty movie does.
I'm gonna bet that Paramount's not gonna do it because they just said the all-in word for Warner Brothers. Yeah. So they have no monies.
Yeah. I don't know. Michael B. Jordan makes sense, especially if he actually does end up starring in it. That makes sense. Christopher McQuarrie is the more interesting one, I think, between those two. He has a lot of experience with very large
action pieces.
Action blockbuster. He knows how to somehow manipulate the studio machine. He knows how to work with really big stars like Tom Cruise, who's like a huge control freak.
Yep.
Obviously, they're not going to adapt any of the games because there's nothing particularly interesting in any of them.
Battlefield 3, maybe?
Maybe.
I haven't played Bad Companies 1 or 2. So
there's no way they're going to do that. They would have announced
I don't know. Don't yell at me.
I like those games. They would have announced that for sure. I don't know. Compared to the Call of Duty movie, which is being heralded by like, what was it, fucking Tyler Sheridan, like the Yellowstone guy. It's like, oh, cool. So that's going to be a mill prop movie for sure.
Gross.
I mean, this will probably also be a mill prop movie, but like slightly less.
What does Milhouse from The Simpsons have to do with... From Variety.com, PlayStation's Bloodborne video game is being developed into an R-rated animated feature for Sony Pictures that the studio says will embrace the carnage that made the game so popular. Sanford Panich, president of Sony Pictures Entertainment Motion Picture Group, promised during the studio's CinemaCon presentation that the long-rumored film will be very true to the gory spirit of Bloodborne, which follows a traveler who journeys into a gothic city full of nightmarish creatures. Some strange quotation marks in all of this. Bloodborne was developed by From Software and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, which shares a parent company with Sony Pictures and PlayStation. The film is co-produced by PlayStation Productions, lyrical animation and creator and gamer Sean McLaughlin, better known by his pseudonym Jacksepticeye.
This was a really weird announcement.
Yes, especially because the last thing we heard about Bloodborne is that Blue Point wanted to remake it, and Sony or FromSoft said, get fucked. So, I think it was Sony wanted it, and FromSoft said no.
Something like that.
It was all rumor and speculation anyway.
Yeah, and they're still not even porting it to fucking PC with, like, basic upgrades.
Or PS5.
Weird as fuck. The Jacksepticeye thing,
I don't understand that, because I don't know the guy.
He's like Markiplier, but different. He has different colored hair.
Doesn't help me.
Whatever. He's a Let's Player who was still somehow really popular, but he was really popular 10 years ago.
Wow.
I used to watch him. He seems like a cool guy. I watched him when I was younger. He actually has a personality, which is cool. He's Irish, in case you couldn't tell.
Weird.
Really weird that he's attached in some way, but I mean, I know he's pretty familiar with it from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I like the sound that it's an anime. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I really like that.
And I think if you're gonna adapt any of the FromSoft stuff, I think Bloodborne has the most amount of story to it in like not in total lore material. I'm in like a narrative sense. I think
it also has the easiest look to it, like to capture and also probably expand on.
That's true.
Like Dark Souls has been dug through pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring is being turned into a live action movie right now.
Speaking of, I wasn't going to include it because there are just a couple of leaks. There's some set photos that look pretty fucking good.
Really good.
So that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the context about it because I haven't played the fucking game, but they looked neat.
Mm-hmm,
so it was just so weird. I don't know. This will be weird. Upcoming games.
Yes.
So some of this has already happened. So April and May. We're just going to do both because fuck you.
Whoa. I was looking at May. April's almost over.
I know, but like we're behind. We're like 3 weeks past due on this. So.
Yikes. I did not realize. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I don't give a fuck. The first thing on this list that looks interesting for some reason is I Am Jesus Christ coming to PC on April 2nd. What the fuck is this?
I saw a bunch of reviews about it.
What the fuck?
It's like a walking simulator of Holy Week, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's weird.
Starfield came out on PlayStation April 7th. Big whoop, it's still Starfield.
Yep, true.
Minos came out. I want to say that's the one. No, that's... sorry. I was thinking a different one. Minos was big, too. I don't remember why.
Hades 2
that was already out, wasn't it?
It came to current gen.
Oh, weird.
I'm assuming it's like a shinier version. Came to PS5 and Xbox Series.
Mouse PI for Hire came out.
That's been getting really good reviews.
It made a big splash. I've had my eye on it for a while because
we talked about it when like the demo came out.
Yeah, that's hit everything.
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss is coming to current consoles and PC. I give a shit because I like Cthulhu lore because I'm a retard.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be garbage. Most of those games are garbage, but I don't care because they're fun. Because I'm stupid. The Day I Became a Bird coming to PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC. Oh, this is what everyone's been talking about. Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I've seen it everywhere, and I don't care. But I've seen it every corner of everything because there's like a character creator in it. So everyone's like, I'm going to make this from this other thing.
This is the one I was thinking of. Saros is coming to PlayStation 5 April 30th. That's from the same company that did Returnal. And it looks very, very similar in gameplay, but it's a different story maybe? I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about Returnal because it's fucking hard.
No clue. Chronos: The New Dawn is coming to Mac. Finally, I guess. Who is playing games on Mac? Seriously.
Indiana Jones and the Really Big Circle is coming to Switch 2 on May 12th. Forza Horizon 6 comes out on Xbox Series and PC May 19th.
Farming Simulator 26.
Bubsy 4D is coming to PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch 1 and 2.
What the fuck is that?
On May 22nd. Bubsy 3D is one of the very first 3D games. It came out a month or two before Super Mario 64. And it was well known as being a really horrible dogshit game.
Oh, cool.
But they made jokes about it, in the ad for Bubsy 4D. It looks like they're trying to bring back, the Collectathon Spyro Crash Mario gameplay. So
cool.
Hopefully it does good.
Lego Batman Legacy The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Also 007 First Light. I forgot that was coming out so soon. Holy shit.
I've been inundated with ads.
I have not. Whack. There's a lot of stuff, but there isn't a lot of big stuff for my brain.
Good stuff yet that really grabs my attention, but we'll see.
Well, good stuff that grabbed my attention. Rise of the Tomb Raider from 2015.
Oh.
What'd you think I was doing?
I did not expect such a glowing review out of the gate.
Really? Interesting. We'll horseshoe back around to that.
Wait. Oh, no, sorry. I was picturing Shadow.
No,
Rise is good.
Rise is good.
Yep.
But we'll horseshoe back around.
Yeah.
Rise takes place after Tomb Raider from 2013.
Yep.
It's the second in the Survivor trilogy.
Yep.
Lara goes to Siberia.
Yep.
With Jonah, the only good original character from that game.
I think the only surviving one from the first game.
I think it was him, and then there was two other ones.
Oh.
He's the only good one. He's the only cool one.
He's the only one I remember.
He's my G.
He's the only one that anybody cares about.
True.
He's the one that made it into the anime.
Fellow big boy. They go to Siberia because ice.
Yep. It's cold. Real big cold.
Yeah, real big cold. So nice venue change. They're trying to discover what the fuck is it? It's Eternal Life.
Shambhala.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Eternal Life through some bullshit. There's some really interesting Christian adjacent mythology here, which I thought was pretty cool because we have multiple overlapping previous cultures and cities kind of all laid on top of each other. AKA, it's like going to Constantinople / Istanbul. It's got that a bunch of different groups are kind of fighting over this, but they all have kind of adjacent. It's really. I thought that was cool.
Done with the rock bullshit, but in the real big cold.
Yeah, so you're reading documents in Greek. Fuck. 4 different languages. You're reading all the documents are from so far apart from each other. You're trying to find some dude who is he has eternal life. He was a prophet or whatever. Turns out you meet him in the game. There's low key sexual chemistry, high key
between Holmes.
Him and Lara.
What?
That's how I read it. Whatever.
Maybe he's interested in her, but she's too autistic to pick up on it.
I think she's just too fucking traumatized. She's just a fucked up bitch. I love her. But she's so fucking...
I think you're reading a lot into this.
Maybe I am. This is the big return of Trinity, the Spectre to Lara Croft's MI6, if we're going to go with the James Bond analogy.
I thought you were saying the character from The Matrix.
No. Trinity, the big evil order. They're the Templars. They're a long-standing group in the older games. They skipped over them in 2013 for the sake of doing something different. I am not very familiar with them from said older games because I'm just not that familiar. Bad Shadow Organization. They're fine. There are 2 people that are in charge of them, ? In this game. I think they're vaguely they are also from post-Soviet states. I don't remember which ones. They sound Russian. There's two bad guys. One of them, turns out, twist villain, which was actually a halfway decent twist, is Lara's evil stepmother. I did not see that one coming at all.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Turns out that her father, after her mom died and her dad went kind of cuckoo crazy, he remarried. I think it's alluded to in 2013, the stepmom, anyways. But turns out she's been kind of trying to shepherd Lara from the back, but like not working out great. / they don't like each other. And halfway through the game, it's revealed she's the sibling of like the big Russian bad guy, and they're both trying to get eternal life because of course they are. That worked pretty well for me. I don't know if it was just the vocal performances or the twistiness of it, but it worked. It was pretty cool. I bit into the like family dynamic part of it, which I thought was pretty cool. Part of that, I think, is because of some of the additional material in this game, which I'll talk about later, which I think helps pad it out a little. Putting an emphasis on Lara's family, I think, helped. Yeah, you go through a bunch of different places in Siberia. You do a lot of wilderness traveling. You and Jonah get separated, and then you reunite, and then, oh my gosh, is he going to die? No, he doesn't die. You meet this weird, sheltered culture. They're a cult. They're a cult, but they're fine. They're a cult, but we like them.
They're cool.
They're cool. This other culture that surrounds this prophet who has lived forever, and you're friends with them now because Trinity's trying to like take over their territory and whatever. So you have big epic team ups, and you help them build fortifications, and you do battle. Really, it gets really big. I forgot how large the scale of the game ends up being. Mm-hmm. There's also, as of course there must be, secret dead undying zombie soldiers, because of course they're different than the other ones. Don't worry about it. These ones are worse.
These are the ones from Uncharted.
Yeah. Story was good. It was definitely more engaging. It was more consistent, I think, was the bigger thing. Whereas the aesthetics of the first game tickled my brain. They were also had that kind of crazy whiplash between like, wow, it's so beautiful, and like death and guts and sexual violence. And then like bouncing back and forth between those two was like really weird. Whereas this one is pretty consistently, it just kind of keeps ramping up in intensity and scale. The mythology consistently gets bigger and bigger. The actual like mystical things you witness get bigger and bigger. It was pretty funny when there's basically a repeat beat for beat of like, oh my gosh, there's a secret undead army I have to fight. That was almost the same way it happened in the first one, and that was pretty funny. I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but I thought it was. This game is bigger. It's better, but asterisk. The map, much bigger. There's probably twice as many areas here. Each one is also filled with twice as many collectibles. I think we're pushing it on the collectibles, to be honest. There are still documents and relics. All the relics are really cool because you get a little 3D render of them. There's little secrets. There's also collectible currency because there's an in-game store, which I don't like, and I think it's dumb.
Is this the one where you could spin the collectible around and find more lore, like, written on it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything other than, like, upgrade your, like, reading stats so you can, like, progress further to reading Greek or whatever.
Yeah.
It added a little bit of depth.
Oh, yeah, because that was a gameplay mechanic, too, of, like, learning languages on the fly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, you could, like, actually read the shit you find. Yeah. Instead of just being like, shit, I gotta come back to this later. There's a lot of relics, there's a lot of documents. I think that the fact that it doesn't reveal the twists early in this game is helpful. But there's a lot. There's probably a good 300 in total, like, collectible items. In addition to, you can find all of your crafting materials and your gearboxes to upgrade your stuff, as well as hidden coin stashes, and also other types of coin stashes. Because, again, there's an in-game currency system. There is no, like, microtransactions for this thing. It's just dumb. You can collect, like, Byzantine coins, and then there's a random dude in the middle of this decrepit post-Soviet state in Siberia and is like, hey, you want the silencer for this pistol? You gotta pay me 300 ancient Byzantium coins. I fucking hate it. It is a grind to get all of those bits. I don't know why they did that. There isn't even, like, a microtransaction bit where you'd figure, oh, you can just pay real money. It's just a weird thing. Only maybe 10, like, attachments, random things are just hidden behind this. You have to randomly find shekels on the ground. I hate it. That was really dumb. The tombs are much better. There are probably 3 times as many tombs as there were in the first game, which was a big criticism. Was like, hey, there's only like a couple of tombs and they're all really basic.
I feel like I need to put a blue square on my chest every time you start using the word shekel.
That's fair. I do it a little too much. Fun fact, the damn blue square thing is funded by APAC.
Oh, I know. No, I don't support the blue square thing at all, but...
That's fair. I was doing it before it was cool because I wasn't doing it to be anti-Semitic.
Really?
I should probably stop doing that, though. The tombs are... There's probably 3 times as many tombs. There's like 15 to 20. Some of the larger areas of the game have multiple tombs, and each tomb has a large exploration bit as well as at least one puzzle configuration. So they're still pretty simple, but they are a lot more fulfilling. They take more time. A lot of the times the route will change, so you'll jump on a thing, it'll bust, and then you gotta go down a slide, and then when you backtrack, you have to do different stuff. And I think that's cool. It makes it feel more, there's more stuff. There's more stuff to do. The rewards are equally as lame, but whatever, they're just gun parts. That's really dumb. The tools that you get are basically everything you got in the first game and some extra little spicy bits on top. You can create different types of arrows other than just fire arrows. You can do poison arrows. You can do explosive arrows, which are wonderful. Those are relevant to some of the puzzles because you have to blow shit up. You don't have to mash the fucking X button to pull open doors that have rope on them now. She just does it for you. That's helpful. I hated that mechanic. That was so dumb.
I feel like they forgot about that in the third.
I don't remember.
Yeesh.
But like you shoot the arrow with the rope, and then it's like mash, and then there's an upgrade you get that'll just like fucking pull
Just
it.
does it.
And then the second game, they're just like, fuck it, that was stupid.
Yeah.
So she just yoinks you at the door.
Good. Very good.
Continue to be able to do little zip lines between stuff. Those are all great.
I really appreciate that modern gaming has moved on, and they like have an option in the menus of like you can mash the button like old school 2000s gaming, or you can just like press and hold the button.
Yeah.
I prefer press and hold like all day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You can also use your climbing hook, like a grappling hook. That's an upgrade in the game.
Yep.
That was weird, but it's kind of fun. It works. It's for certain parts of navigation. It's really inconsistent. It's kind of hard to hit the targets. It auto aims. I don't love it, but it is funny to Batman all over the place. You can also stand on your arrows now, which was fun as shit. You can shoot arrows into certain types of surfaces. It'll go so deep. You can stand on them and then shoot more arrows. So you can...
Prince of Persia reference.
Yes. Yeah. That was cool. It's annoying because it's really finicky, but that was kind of cool. Overall, the upgrade systems were all fine. Unlike throughout the story, you go new area. Oh, I need this new tool. You go find the tool. You get the thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Those were all pretty solid. You can craft arrow ammunition on the fly. That's very helpful. A very cool mechanic. They added a lot more crafting materials in this game.
Semi-realistic too. I've watched somebody craft arrowheads out of spoons.
Okay.
Like, for fun. Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Word.
Yeah.
Very helpful. I don't like what it does to the entire gameplay loop, however, because it now means that there are ammo crates everywhere for your guns. But if you're playing like anybody, you're using your bow mostly, and you can just craft that shit whenever. So it really clutters up a lot of the spaces. So there's just, shotgun ammo that I can't pick up because I'm already maxed out. That's really annoying. There is a craftable bomb system, which is pretty cool. You can pick up aluminum tin cans, and just chuck them full of explosives and throw them at things. Those are neat. I hate that there's cans everywhere. Another thing, I like it. I like it in concept. The execution's a little weird because now there's just a can that's a highlightable item on top of every crate, on every box, on every bench.
Yep.
And there's also
just like glass bottles in every stealth game.
Right, and there's also glass bottles, which you can use to make Molotovs. Which
Russians
of course
drink beer. My guy.
Actually, they're whiskey bottles, then they should be vodka bottles.
Oh.
But
Well, whatever. I tried.
I like that you can throw Molotovs. It says
You would.
It says nothing about me. But it is also really annoying because now there's bottles everywhere. It's ridiculous. It's a pet peeve. It's just really minor. It really bugs up how good the game looks and how well the areas are crafted. I don't like the control layout of this game. I think it's a me issue, but because there's so many additional features in this one with you can, again, craft ammunition while you're running around, you craft bandages, blah, 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 blah. Now they had to change the control scheme, and I just don't like it. You get used to it. I hate Survivor Vision being on the right stick. It's such a me problem, but holy shit, it's so annoying. especially when you try to collectible hunt, because I'm just mashing the fucking right stick, which is loud and obnoxious and hurts my thumb after a while. And then, of course, it only highlights for 0.3 nanoseconds and then goes away.
Sounds like an Xbox problem.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Well, fun fact, this game was an Xbox timed exclusive, so suck my dick.
Maybe Xbox sticks shouldn't be clicking.
That's probably true. Yeah, gameplay, it's just, on the whole, it's more evolved. The upgrade systems are a bit annoying. You continue to collect random scraps of gear. Thankfully, they just dropped the zeros off of those, so instead of picking up 10 pieces, you pick up 1, and then it just only takes like 1 or 2, which is cool.
Yeah.
There are
1 fistful of nuts and bolts.
Right, instead of 10 fistfuls. There are so many fucking upgrades for your weapons, because there are weapon variants. So you have, instead of just an assault rifle of whatever type the one in the first game was, now you have 18 different types of rifles. Obviously, you have a Kalashnikov-based body, duh. And then they all have, you individually purchase all of their upgrades. So your suppressor, your muzzle brake, all that stuff, you have to do for each one. That's really annoying. There's way too much there. I appreciate that they put the depth in the system, but it's also kind of like when I play like some of the better Call of Duties that are like that deep. I'm like, this is cool. I don't care enough to get the 0.5% increase.
Yep.
I want a general build that works. So that's just not how I like my stuff. But
remember there being an ass ton of bows too.
Yes, same thing. Yeah, there's compound bows, recurve bows,
poison bow.
Yeah, like there's just so many types, and they all have obviously perks and upsides and downsides, and some of them are like legendary weapon pulls you pull out of your ass.
The sniper bow.
Pretty much.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. It's just a lot. It clutters up the menus, and it makes the menus pretty laggy. Probably my second largest annoyance with this game is it has the same menu setup as the first game, which I like. The presentation's okay. Square Enix games kind of all have the same menus.
Yeah.
But it's really laggy because there's so many things running in this game. There's so many menus and sub-menus. They all function okay. They look okay. But when you have, say you go to sit down at a campfire, you press one button, and then it has to have like the fade in animation for your menu, and then you have to move the stick around to find the right option, and then there's a transition animation and a transition animation, and it's just a lot. I like snappy menus. Little frustrating. Sound design continues to be really good. Voice acting continues to be really good. No real anything interesting there. Everything sounds a little bit better than the last game. There's more options. You can definitely hear the differences in the different types of weapons, and like, oh, this one definitely has a muzzle brake on it. I can hear it. That's cool. Yeah. There's two things I think on this game that are very interesting. There are expansions, sort of. There's DLC. So you can purchase the season pack, which will give you 3, I believe, different DLC expansions, in addition to all the skins. The skins being monetized is dumb and gay because they have in-game effects in this game. Minimal, but they're still there. And also, it is still kind of dumb just to lock skins behind money. That's dumb.
But leopard skin pajamas give you 5% camo in the jungle.
Right. Like, I get in concept that there's a benefit here, but it's pretty minimal. Like, I don't know, get better. I ran around in a tank top for most of the game after I could change it. Fuck you. I changed the winter coat to the white one, and then I changed it to the classic, like the look from 2013, because I like that look. Big, like it doesn't do much. It's just really dumb that you have to buy the season pass or buy them all individually for like $4 a piece.
Yep.
The actual expansions, I think, are actually really interesting. Typically speaking, when you have like an expansion pass or a season pass that comes with expansions, you'll have Witcher 3 is a good example. You have 2 different expansions that are standalone, roughly similar in size and scope, and you can do one or the other, or you should do both, whatever. I don't know. All 3 of these are different things.
Witcher 3 DLC is always a good example. Each one
of
is
everything.
Like its own game.
Yeah. The 3 expansions are entirely different things. One of them is my favorite type of expansion, where it just adds a really long quest line in the game.
Yep.
Where you get to fight the Baba Yaga. It's fucking wild, and you do drugs, and I loved it.
That's the only one I remember.
That's the big one. Then that was just really well integrated, pretty cool. There is endurance mode, which is train, yes. Endurance mode, which is basically like a wave survival, minimal resources, whatever mode. Every game's got to have it. I don't like that that's monetized. I think if you're going to have like your third mode, I think that should just be included for most games. That was kind of weird. And there is Blood Ties and Lara's Nightmare. I believe they come in the same package, if I remember correctly. Blood Ties is an exploration DLC where you go to the manor, you go to your ancestral home.
Oh, yeah.
And you just do a bunch of puzzles. It's pretty fucking cool. It's like 2 hours long. There's no combat. It's just clues and puzzles and your uncle's going to kick you out of the house because your dad didn't leave a will. So you have to go find all of his documents and stuff. If you don't know what you're getting in for, it'll be really boring, like if you're not into that sort of stuff. But I liked it. It had a lot of cool Lara's childhood and her dad's stuff, and obviously all of the notes and relics are like given voiceover lines and stuff. So it felt like it really fleshed out that relationship and like how she does actually want to keep this giant manor, even though she doesn't really want to live there. She wants to keep it because there's a lot of memories and blah, 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 and all of her dad's stuff and all that. All that's cool. You get a lot of information about her mom, which was pretty cool. There's some pretty basic puzzles, but they felt more puzzly than the tombs do, if that makes sense. Whereas the tomb is like, you gotta knock the barrel that has the rocks in it so it'll pull the zip line like it feels like
Mousetrap.
Yeah, Mousetrap, which I like that. But then in the manor, it's like you have to go look through your documents and find the number from this thing and get the right clue to enter the number into the safe, and then you get a new clue. Like it feels like Clue, but not like Clue the game. Just like it was cool. That was nice. A couple hours. That, if I remember correctly, comes in the same expansion that you can purchase singularly or just get the season pass, or turns out there is a complete definitive version of the game. It's just called Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary Collection. I fucking hate that.
That's the one I got for free.
I think I got it for like $5, but that took me so long to figure out because it's not like Wikipedia doesn't have in-depth articles on this, so I don't know about it.
Well, you need to change that.
No.
Let the children struggle.
The second half of that expansion is Lara's Nightmare, which is fucking awesome. It takes place in the manor, and it is like a hypothetical what-if bad scenario of you couldn't save the manor, so your uncle sends fucking zombies after you. It's so cool. I love it. Yeah, he summons like skulls of rage or whatever, some random mystical bullshit that you have to run around the house. You have to use the memory of the layout of the place to go find where these things would be that, turns out they're in very personally important locations, like the wine cellar where you played chess with the butler and stuff like that. So there's like minimal boss fight mechanics. And it reanimates corpses, but like in the mystical way, not the like in voodoo zombie fashion.
Yeah.
They have blue fire coming out of their eyes and you just spam headshots like fucking crazy. It's so much fun. They stack up really fast. They're really easy enemies to take down, but there are a couple of enemy variants. There's like one that crawls on the ground with no legs that has like a helmet so you can't headshot it. There's one that walks around with a helmet so you also can't headshot it. Stuff like that. Really basic. You then kind of like Call of Duty Zombies. You'll run around the map. You'll just pick up new weapon types. You only start off with a pistol. They don't cost anything, so there is none of this random Call of Duty bullshit where you're like, fuck, I don't have enough money and I gotta go repair a barrier. It's just, oh shit, I found a bow. I'm gonna use it. So that was really cool. Just fucking blasting zombies. They also spawn out of nowhere, but in this one it actually feels cool. Instead of, oh, that was some bullshit. Like if you stop moving, they come a lot faster. So if you keep running around, there's only a few here and there every couple of rooms, but if you stand in like the main hall and wait, they just come out of a corner and just line of them. It's really cool. I don't know. That was really fun. I like that it used the Blood Ties like DLC expansion as like a setting. I like that they kind of work together. That was cool. I just got all of them through the Mega Super Ultra Deluxe Edition. So I like that the expansions are different things. So they're different things for different people, which actually justifies them not all being in the same package. This game does have a card system. This is a massive downside. This is the only thing in this game that bumps it down to a fucking A for me. I hate the cards. There's this really weird trend in the mid-2010s where every game wanted to have card packs because we had loot boxes and microtransactions at the time. Thank you, Battlefront! That They don't come into play in the main game, but they come into play for the endurance version of the game, as well as if you want to do like a high score play or elite mode or whatever. So you have to pick and choose weapons and different variants, and I hate it. It's so in-depth and unnecessary and dumb and gay, and I don't like opening up digital packs of cards. I'm having the same problem with Halo Wars 2 right now. Hate it. You can also buy those with real money.
Yep.
So at least it's not tied to the main game, the main story, or even really the main story DLC. It's just if you want to play the game on loop and try to like score attack the fuck out of it. But why bother? Why bother? It's not even fully integrated. It's really weird. I don't like it. Dumb and gay. I played this game for 30 hours and completed all of the main story, all of the story DLC, and I'm doing collectible wrap-up. I'm impressed I was able to complete it in roughly the similar time frame as the first game-ish. I think that one took me maybe 5-10 hours less. The collectibles are stacked on top of each other in this one. There's so many that there's just, this room has 4 relics in it.
Yep.
So it doesn't really increase the time that much. The map is a lot bigger, but again, the increase in total stuffage. So I think to get 100% on the in-game system, so for it to give me 100% on the inside of the game, probably 35 hours, I think. Achievements are another fucking story. I hate what they did with the achievements here. It's all broken up into a million different things. All the DLCs have different stuff. Fucking hate it. Hate it. There's an achievement for getting score attack for every level. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want to get 100%. Eat my dick. I hate it.
Have you considered you might have Tourette's?
No. Unfortunately, I definitely don't. I'm just an idiot.
Okay.
But that is such a big pet peeve of mine. I hate that so much. On the whole, it's definitely a better game. It's more consistent in tone, quality, and quality control than the first game. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit better. But it does have the random hiccups that I really do detract from the experience. It's a toss-up between these two games, which one I would rather play.
Wow.
It's pretty, it is what aesthetic do I want to play in right now? Because the gameplay is pretty similar. The graphics are, I didn't even touch on that. They're basically the same, which means they're really good. They still hold up pretty well. I don't have anything to say about it. They just look pretty fucking good. They're a little bit better.
The color grading's better.
Yes. It doesn't have as much obnoxious, QuickTime era game shaky cam nonsense. Still there, but not much. I don't know. That card system really just pisses me off. Because then you have to navigate all that through the janky-ass fucking UI. So it takes you 87 years to open up all 57 packs of cards you have. And, don't like that. Don't like that at all. I paid maybe $5 to $8 for the entire package of stuff. Well worth the money.
Oh, yeah.
This, if it launched in roughly the same state it's in now, this would have been worth the full price at launch. For sure. It's worth playing the DLCs. It's also worth playing the Baba Yaga DLC in the game instead of doing it afterwards. I think it plays pretty well with the narrative that's already going on.
It's just a weird little side quest.
Yeah, so you're not just returning to an area where you've collected everything, you've mastered all of your skills, and then you're kind of unnecessarily whooping ass through a story that's supposed to take you through psychological torment. Kind of weird.
Yep.
So playing it at the same time as I think is a good move. And I like that the other expansions are weird little kind of one-off experiment things. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very good, Sap.
When Shadow.
Couple months.
Yeah.
That game is at least as big as Rise. I think it's bigger. It's not quite as good.
I don't remember it being
And
bigger.
I have not played that one as thoroughly. I barely beat the story on that one.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit of a break right now. But next month is BioShock 2.
Oh. You didn't do that already?
Nope.
It's Wiggy Wackyo.
Yeah, it is Wiggity Wackyo. And I think next month we're talking about Return to Silent Hill, I think. I have the list. Why am I asking you?
I don't know. If it is, I don't know how we're going to get our hands on that.
It's available for rental. I don't care. I will pay a couple bucks. What's the list? Where is it? Yeah, Return to Silent Hill.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have any clue what you're playing?
I'm hoping to review Indiana Jones and the Really Big Circle.
Ooh. Nice. Big circle.
I'm like 2/3 of the way through it.
Nice. Big circle.
Yep. Really big circle.
Excellent. Indubitably. Big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/dimecomicbros network. Caitlin and Jeff Lawrence. They give us money, and we say hello.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
You get early access to our podcasts sometimes when we're on our shit, which we should hopefully be maybe on our shit. Maybe. You also get exclusive.
If we were on our shit, our patrons would get a lot more. Like a slap on the ass or something.
That's true.
Like a good game. Something. They would get something.
Yeah.
They would be sexually harassed. Maybe.
If
they asked nicely. But they don't.
They also get cool bookmarks and stickers, which are designed by Colin. Exclusive access to happy hour segments, where after most episodes of all of our shows, we maybe have a drink, talk about some bullshit. Maybe it's more video games. Maybe it's more comic stuff. Maybe it's, as I've said before, question mark maybe sometimes. Sometimes ball shaving etiquette. I keep returning to that one because that is just a great bit.
It's always growing.
Well, yeah. It is always growing.
The topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, give us money. Thanks. One of the higher tiers, if you give a shit, if you give us like $15 a month, we'll bring you onto a happy hour episode and we'll talk shit with you.
Or about you, depending on who you are.
That's true. Thank you to our partners over at Jetpack Comics and Games in downtown Rochester, New Hampshire. They're a local comic book store, but they also have tabletop games and video games and posters and merch and Funko Pops.
Arcade cabinets,
yes. They have all the stuff. Go find your local nerd store and give them your money because they probably deserve it infinitely more than any of the online retailers do. Try to keep the cool hobbies alive. Don't let the flame burn out!